Oh boy, this just doesn't end. If you've been around on this channel, then you've probably seen I've made a few videos on Wuthering Waves scams and also adverts. And after doing a little bit of digging online, I found a few posts that could potentially be terrible for Wuthering Waves. But I also found some other concerning but also funny stuff that has been put up as ads but using Wuthering Waves content. Now before I get into this video, I just want to say I'm sorry, I still sound a little bit ill, so just bear with me on my voice here. And also if you're new, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and even consider following my Twitch. Now let's get into the actual meat of this. So this is a tweet from Bytext. I hope I said that right, but what they said was hello, hashtag Wuthering Waves, and what they provided here is a advert which seems to be on YouTube Shorts. And to the many informed of you, you can see that this is definitely Wuthering Waves gameplay. But if you look below here, that ain't Wuthering Waves. That does not say Wuthering Waves. It says Sky Utopia. It shows us this image which pretty much sums up the entire game. It says Sky Utopia, embark on this fantasy journey. And Sky Utopia is a whole can of worms that needs to be opened. And honestly, Wuthering Waves isn't the only game to be affected. They've been doing it with many other games. Now, if you haven't caught on by now, they're pretty much just using false advertising to advertise for their gacha game. I'm pretty sure it is a gacha game. And what they've been doing is using Wuthering Waves gameplay and also gameplay from other games to kind of mislead people into downloading the game thinking that's what they're gonna get. Well, in fact, the game is nothing like Wuthering Waves at all. And they're pretty much just scamming their audience into thinking that the game was much more high quality than it actually is, which is just super scummy all around. Now, this isn't a huge problem for Wuthering Waves. Obviously, it is a big problem for people downloading this game because they have been tricked and they might even spend money on this game thinking that maybe this will come in the future. But as for Wuthering Waves and Wuthering Waves fans, this doesn't really affect us. If anything, it gives us more exposure because people are seeing this gameplay and maybe eventually realize, wait, this is from Wuthering Waves, I better play that instead of this game. So overall, this is a pretty good thing, to be honest. But in terms of people installing this game and being scammed just because they think it looks like Wuthering Waves, that obviously is terrible. And we have another tweet here that says, bruh, that Sky Utopia game stole Wuthering Waves game footage despite Wuthering Waves hasn't released yet. Now, I kind of get what they mean here. Wuthering Waves hasn't released yet and they are pretty much advertising it whenever the game isn't out. And honestly, this could give an advantage to Sky Utopia because many people won't know what this game is yet, especially seeing as it's not out. So they could get away with using this footage as pretending it's completely new and unique footage because there's a lot of people out there that haven't seen this game. But at the same time, if they're referring to being able to obtain the footage for Wuthering Waves, we've had 2 beta tests, so it's pretty easy. And that's probably where they've gotten the footage from. They probably haven't even played the game themselves. They probably yoinked it from some kind of YouTube video showing off the gameplay because I find it hard to believe that a company will put in even that much of an effort to actually play the game. They probably just, taken it off some kind of video. Now here's the page for Sky Utopia on Google Play. It says on the advert over there that it's on Google Play and also the Apple Store. And as we can see here, the game looks nothing like, Wuthering Waves. Just take a look at all of this. It's super low quality. I mean, what the hell? That looks like League of Legends. I mean, what kind of quality is that? And wait, is that Jean in the top left corner? What the hell? So it seems that even yoinking stuff and putting it in the game too, that is literally Jean. You can't tell me any different.
Apologies, it's not a different photo. It's the same photo. My bad.
Maybe they modified it a bit and maybe it's just too small. Maybe that isn't Jean, but that looks very similar to Jean. And it wouldn't surprise me seeing it as they've yoinked adverts from other games. So why not yoink some of the characters and put it in your game too? But again, this game just looks not very good. I mean, I think this is the character that they've used. And you can see here that the actual banner is made by AI. I don't know if I'm being stupid here, but that looks like AI, totally. Especially this face here. You know the kind of AI illustrated pictures that come out? They all kind of look like this and the eyes look a bit funny. I'm not sure about the background so much. I think that's also AI generated, seeing as there's 2 of them. So not only are they yoinking content, but they're also using AI to just make up the rest of the stuff, meaning that they probably don't have much staff behind them, if any, to be honest. It could be one guy doing this all because the game is super low quality. They're using AI to make these banners and they're yoinking adverts to, make this popular. And obviously, this is a big thing that goes on with gacha games in general. It's not just this game, but they've definitely tried to take advantage of it here, making it look better by adding these characters, which are super high quality. I'm not even sure if these characters are for them or if they've taken these ones too from some random other game. I mean, if you recognize any of these characters, let me know in the comments because I really want to know if they've yoinked this too. But pretty much what they do is they put some attractive looking character on the side and in a small image, put the really bad low quality gameplay on the side to kind of make up for it. So lots of people will look at this and be like, ooh, nice looking character. I like the look of that. I'm going to play. And then realize the gameplay is actually shit. Now, what's most concerning is that this game has 1 million downloads. Maybe this game is amazing whenever you actually play it, but To be honest, I'm not too sure about that. And also, it's got 4.5 stars, which, if you couldn't tell, it's botted. Like, all of this false information, all of this false advertising, all of these false characters, and just yoinking of all this stuff. I don't think this game has a 4.5. I mean, there's many gacha games out there, including, I think, Genshin Impact, which isn't even this high. And I know that Genshin Impact did get review bombed a couple times, but you think a game like this should get review bombed too, because it's a terrible game and it's just kind of like a cash grab. And as you can see by the ratio of 1-star to 5-star reviews, that is a very, very high amount of 1-star reviews. I know the 5 stars are super high, but that's because they're combating it with bots, whereas you can see that the 1-star is higher than the 2 and the 3. Lots of people hate this game, and very few people actually like this game at all, or even think it's alright. And I saw this comment down here, which I kind of feel sad for, which says, I wish I had read the reviews before downloading it. It's entirely autoplay in terms of everything, except for clicking to upgrade or collect achievement. The game is beautiful, but I want to actually play it. It's not as advertised in the ad that enticed me to download. I wish it would have the features where you could turn off autoplay and actually have control of the game. So this is one person that has been tricked by these adverts. Maybe they saw the Wuthering Waves one, or maybe they saw one from another gacha game which they've just stolen from. But what it seems here is that the game, you can't even really play it. I mean, there's a lot of reviews here that says, like, there isn't much gameplay to it at all, and a lot of it is just auto. Which, you know, it's fine for some games. I mean, Honkai Star has a lot of auto in it, but you also have the choice just to play it yourself. And I feel like Sky Utopia doesn't actually give you that choice, which, yeah, again, is kind of bad. But, you know, whenever you download a game, you want to actually play that game and not just watch it do it for you. I mean, that's the whole point of a game. And again, we've got this comment here which says, game is okay. It's more like microtransactions in the guise of a game. Been playing for a while, and most seem to work fine. The current mount race, though, people behind you can be handed the win instead. According to supposed leaderboard, they are ahead, but then on the screen, they're actually behind you. On top of that, items need fixing. So it seems like this game has a lot of problems with it, especially whenever it comes to the actual gameplay. And it seems like they're trying to milk people for all their money, which I'm pretty sure all this game is. They're trying to entice people to come over with these fake advertisements, fake reviews, and probably, you know, fake downloads too. So people play the game, spend money on it, and then realize maybe I shouldn't have actually spent money on this because it's a terrible game. And that's how they get you. This is a massive scam. I mean, I'm pretty confident in saying that this is a scam. And yeah, if you're seeing these adverts around, just remember this is actually Wuthering Waves and not Sky Utopia. So if you want to play a game like this, then come over to Wuthering Waves on May 22nd, where it will be released, and I'm sure you have a much better time. It's coming out on mobile and also on PC too. Also, I'm pretty sure it's rumored to come out on the consoles in the future. There's also one other advertisement I wanted to quickly talk about in regards to Wuthering Waves. As I said, I made a video on the Wuthering Waves scam, which was going on about kuropage.com and kurogames.com, with Kuropage being a fake website which could potentially steal your information or maybe steal your login info for whatever reason they've done so. But it also seems like this website is advertising on websites like Facebook, which is kind of scary to think about, because just from this reply here, it kind of proves how deceptive these adverts can kind of be, because what they say here is, but the sponsored ad website is kuropage.com, which this is in reply to Naoshio's tweet about the fake website. And pretty much what they're saying here is that the adverts are sponsoring Kuropage, so Kuropage has to be the real website, right? Well, no, because a lot of scammers out there actually use ads to kind of promote these websites, and this person has just been tricked into thinking that this is official because it's an advert. And in actual fact, pretty much anyone could set up an advert on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever, and trick a ton of people into something like this, which this page has done. So this obviously isn't some like dormant, just kind of random website which never actually turns out to be anything. They're actually invested by paying for adverts for this, so they're actually trying to do something with this website, which again is super scary. But yeah, lots of these adverts go up on Facebook literally every day, and it's kind of hard for Facebook to tell whenever an advert is fake. They do go over a review process, but whenever you look at it, it looks pretty normal. And especially to someone that's not involved in the Wuthering Waves community and know about these scams, they're not going to know any different, and they're going to review the ad and go, yep, approved. And then a ton of people could be scammed by this advert in the future, especially on Facebook, which has an older demographic, which means there's a lot of older people that don't really know much about the internet. I'll be real. There is a lot of people that play games, but they also aren't that internet smart. And even not just older people, even younger people could get tricked by an advert like this if they're on Facebook or maybe even Instagram. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've heard about Instagram having a few of these adverts too. So definitely be careful whenever looking at these, and make sure you're not clicking on kuropage.com and that it actually says kurogames.com instead. That's just a little follow-up to that website that I talked about in the previous video, and I just wanted to point this out because we're on the topic of scams and people getting scammed in the Wuthering Waves community. So all in all, just be careful what you're clicking on, be careful what you're signing up to, be careful what you're paying for, and be careful what you're installing. Because Sky Utopia is not Wuthering Waves. I know that the gameplay on the adverts look really, really cool. And it is a thing that a lot of gacha game companies do, is false advertising for some reason. I've seen this with like Isekai Slow Life. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but they also do it too. And there's also a couple other gacha games where their main goal is to pretty much put some massive titty woman on there, expecting someone to go, ooh, I like that, and then click it and then pay for their game. Whenever they're probably not even getting that in the first place, which is just super sad to see. And as I said, just be careful whenever clicking on these links and signing up to new gacha games, or even visiting these kind of websites, which could be a scam. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you enjoyed it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, as I said, just be super careful out there. That's all. See ya.